Alright, so welcome back to your mat. Today we're going to do a kind of vigorous vinyasa flow class with some back bending. So let's meet on the mat. So we'll start today on our backs. If you have handy a belt or a strap of some kind, you may want to grab that and put it off to the side. Also, if you have blocks handy or big coffee table books or textbooks or soup cans or anything really that you can use to elevate the floor, those might be of use as well. So just begin to make your way down to your back. Just finding any comfortable position. And right away just tapping into your awareness of the body and the breath. So just notice how you're feeling today. Notice any place that you've brought tension with you from outside. Just notice and then try to let it go. Maybe begin to feel the weight of the body pressing into the floor. Begin to lengthen your inhalations and your exhalations. Taking long, slow, deep breath in. Open your mouth and let it go. Again, take a big, slow, deep inhalation. Feel the rib cage expanding as you breathe in. Exhale, open your mouth, let it out. And then seal the lips and begin to take long, slow, deep breaths in and out. Maybe begin to fire up the Ujjayi breath, feeling constriction and hearing the sound of waves as you inhale and exhale. Inhaling completely, feeling the ribs grow and expand in all directions on the breath in. And then exhaling completely so that the entire core cylinder is squeezing out every last drop of air. And just remember, you can always come back to the breath throughout your practice using this tool to help guide your asana practice, guide your movement, guide you in the postures, guide you in the transitions, and guide you in your body awareness. So as thoughts pop up, come back to the breath, and then just let them go. Spending the next little bit of time dedicated for you, to be on your mat, to breathe, and to move. So from here, just draw your knees into your chest. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe drawing some circles with the knees in one direction. And then rotate the other direction. And then coming back to center. Just begin to rock and roll along the length of the spine. Gaining some momentum and then coming into tabletop position on your mat. So coming onto all fours, stacking your knees or shoulders over your knees, your hips. Wow, I said that really backwards. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. And from here, we'll just begin to take a few cat-cows. So inhaling, pressing the floor into the floor. Drop the belly, lift the chin in the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Push your mat away. Let the chin tuck in. Really round through the upper back. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine. Go through 2 more rounds. And then coming to that neutral spine, spread the fingertips wide, really pressing through the fingertips, the index finger, knuckle, and thumb. Maybe externally rotating the upper arms a little bit so that you turn those elbow creases forward. Take a slight bend, just a slight bend in the elbows. Draw the belly in, and then extend the right toes to the back of the mat. Really nice. And then the left hand will draw forward, reaching to the front of the room, thumb facing up. Inhale, hover the toes off the mat. Keep the belly nice and engaged here, and exhale, round. Tuck everything in. Draw your knee to your elbow. Inhale, lift out. Exhale and curl in. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Really nice. One more time. Inhale out. Exhale, curl it in. And go ahead and plant the limbs down. Go through 1 round of cat-cow. Maybe shifting forward and back a little here. And then coming back to neutral, draw that belly in. Take the left toes back. Keep the left toes really flexed as you hover that left foot off the ground. The right arm reaches forward. Take a big breath in here and lengthen all the way from the crown of the head out through the heel. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, knee to elbow. One last time, reach and get really long on the breath in. Exhale and curl everything in. And then release the limbs down. Maybe send the hips over to the right. Turn the head to the right. Look over your right shoulder. And then switch to the other side. Take the hips left. Look over your left shoulder. Really nice. And then we'll take our hands, press them firmly into the mat. Tuck your toes here and then hover your knees just an inch or so off the mat. Take 3 breaths here. Keeping that belly engaged. On your exhale, send your hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So again, really pressing through the fingers, spreading the fingers wide. Again, opening and lengthening across the collarbone. Draw the shoulder blades in, tuck the belly in. Really reach the sit bones toward the ceiling. And then maybe begin to pedal this out a little bit. So bend deeply into the right knee, then into the left. Again, switch. bringing some movement to your first downward facing dog. And then with hips, feet hips distance, go ahead and find some stillness here and really light up the legs. So lift the kneecaps, isometrically pull the feet apart, draw the low ribs in, take a big breath here, open the mouth and exhale out. Inhale, rise high up on the toes, and then just begin to shift forward, coming into high plank pose. So keeping the heels stacked over the ball of the feet, opening through the collarbone, draw the belly in. Take a big breath here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up, rise up on the toes. High plank pose. Exhale, hips go up and back. Inhale, rise on your toes. Shift the weight forward over the wrists. High plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice. From here, rise up on the toes. Look forward, bend your knees, and make your way to the front of your mat. Uttanasana, forward fold over your legs. Maybe take the feet hips distance, bend the knees here, maybe reach for opposite elbows. Letting the head hang heavy. And finding some balance of weight somewhere between the balls of the feet and the heels. Maybe sway side to side. Release the bind if you have it. Heel toe the feet together. Inhale, palms come to thighs. Draw your elbows and your shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Reach the crown forward. Exhale and fold over your legs. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend the knees, root down through the feet, rise all the way to stand. Reach out and up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Maybe draw the eyes to close here. Maybe set an intention for your practice today. Flutter the eyes open. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and you melt forward. Inhale, root down, rise all the way up to stand. Reach high, palms touch. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Release down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank pose. From here, take a breath in. Stay for the exhale. Lower the knees down. Draw the elbows toward the back of the room. Tuck the belly as you lower all the way down to your tummy. Pressing firmly through the tops of the feet. So kneecaps are lifting off the mat. Draw the arms next to the rib cage. Elbows pointing back. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. And inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Exhale and fold. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, fold forward. Again, inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Exhale, fold once again. This time, inhale and lift up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Coming through tabletop or child's pose. Really nice. Rise up on the toes, bend the knees, and hop or step toward the front of your mat. Inhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root down, reach out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands. Take the right toes to the back of the mat, coming into this low lunge. Drop the back knee. Take the knee and the front foot about hips distance or so. Draw the belly in, squeeze this right glute, and then inhale, lift up. Anjaneyasana. Coming into this crane pose. And then as you press through that front foot, imagine dragging your heel toward the back of your mat, squeezing through the right glute. Left hip draws back. And then inhale, take the arms high. One more big breath in. Exhale, plant the hands down. Come up off of that back knee. Plant the right hand down, left fingertips lift, coming into that dragonfly twist. So squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And on your exhale, cartwheel the left hand down. Step the left foot back, high plank pose. From here, lower the knees and lower down to the belly. This time, take the arms out in front of you. We're going to lift opposite arms on our inhalation. So pressing again into the tops of the feet. Press the pubic bone down into the mat as well. Draw the belly in. And on your inhale, you'll lift your right leg and your left arm. Palm facing down. Really focusing here on getting nice and long. Take a breath in. Stay for the exhale. Pressing firmly through the top of the left foot. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Switch sides. Inhale, left toes lift, right arm lifts. Neck is nice and long. Press firmly into the top of that right foot. Take a breath in. Stay for the exhale. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale and lower down. Really nice. Take the arms along the side body here. Coming into full Salambhasana. So on your inhale, lift everything that can lift. Inhale, lift the head, chest, arms, thighs, shins, feet. Exhale, lower down and relax. Take an ear to the mat, windshield wiper the legs. And then you'll plant the hands coming up through tabletop or child's pose, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up on the toes. Bend your knees and make your way to the front of your mat. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So sit your hips down and back, reach the arms high. Really squeezing here in the glutes, the backs of the legs. Sit back a little deeper. And then on your exhale, swing your arms out behind you. Airplane arms. Inhale, scoop all the air up. Exhale, airplane back. Inhale and lift. Exhale, reach back. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root down, rise all the way up. And your exhale takes you over your legs. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Going through your vinyasa flow. So if you're ready for an up dog here, you can chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way down. Take a back bend of choice. And exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice. Inhale, right leg lifts. Really flex strong through the right leg, through the foot. Sort of internally rotating a bit there with the right inner thigh spinning in. Take a big breath in. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. And then with control, plant the right foot down. Spin the left foot 45-degree angle. Spin that foot flat. We're coming into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Lift up. So set your pose up here. Notice. Make sure your right ankle or your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. Right hip is pulling back a little bit here, squaring the ribs forward. Draw the low belly in. Take a big breath here. Oh, maybe interlace the hands. And then press the head into the palms of the hands as you press the hands into the head. Really firing up the glutes, firing up the belly. Take a big breath in, open your heart. And then exhale, plant the hands forward, step back, and make your way to downward facing dog. So chaturanga dandasana, up dog, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale the left leg high. Exhale, rise up onto the toes of that right foot. Draw the left knee in towards your nose. And with control, plant the left foot down. And we spin the right foot to a 45-degree angle. Set up our base, pressing firmly through the feet. Inhale, Warrior 1. Again, draw that left hip back. Really fire up the right glute here. Inhale and lift. Get long through the side body. Exhale, interlace the palms behind the head. Yeah, and press the head into the hands and the hands back into the head. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, plant the hands down and go through your vinyasa, knowing you can always skip and meet us in downward facing dog. You can always take a child's pose. Anytime you need to take a little breather, take a little breather. Listen to your own body. Really nice. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, we're going to take the right knee to the right tricep. Squeeze and pause. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right knee to left tricep, cross it under. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee to nose. Right foot plants down. Maybe take the left foot out a little bit wider. We're staying on the ball of the back foot, rising up, crescent warrior. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open this up Warrior two. So left toes are facing the long edge of the mat, and your right heel is intersecting the arch of your left foot, right knee stacked over right ankle, really opening up through that right hip. Draw the belly in, arms come out, gaze is forward over the right fingers. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, flip the front palm and reverse your warrior. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, extended side angle. So right forearm to your right thigh, left fingers reaching toward the front of the room, opening up through the chest. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Then flip the front palm, begin to straighten that front knee. Reach up and go back. And then on your exhale, you'll send the right hip toward the back wall. Reach the right arm forward as far as you can. And then you hinge forward, coming into triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana. So you can use a block here if you like. Place the right fingers on a block. Keeping a little micro bend in the front knee and sending that right hip back. Left fingertips lift. Shoulder blades squeeze, belly tucks in. And then from here, you'll cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. And then go ahead and we're coming into pyramid pose here. So pop your left foot up just a little bit. Both sets of toes are facing forward. Little micro bend in the front leg. Again, if you have blocks handy, you can frame the front foot. Lengthen out the spine and get long. And then on your exhale, fold over that front leg. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, fold one more time. From here, we're going to put a little bend into the right knee. Shift the weight into the right foot as the left leg rises up, coming into standing split. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Draw that knee in towards your nose on you inhale. And then exhale, left foot meets the right, forward fold over your legs. And from here, heel toe your feet out just a bit. And then you'll take peace fingers wrapped around your big toes. Take a nice bend in the knees. Draw the elbows out toward the sides of the room and draw your nose toward your shins. Coming into Padangusthasana, maybe shake the head left and right. Take another breath in. Exhale, fold forward. So pressing into the fingers with the big toes. And pulling up with the fingers. Release the bind, heel toe your feet back together. Utkatasana, chair pose. Breathe in. Really nice. Squeezing the thighs together, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the hamstring muscles. And draw your hands to heart center. And then we're going to take a twist over to the right. So left elbow makes contact with the outside of that right knee. Sit the hips down and back. Palms can press together here. Maybe take your gaze up, keeping the muscles ignited in the back body. Take another breath here. Last one, as you inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release and fold forward. Inhale, root down, rise all the way up to stand. Reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank pose. So every muscle in your body should be fired up here. So again, heels over the balls of the feet. Squeeze the thighs together. Squeeze the glutes. Tuck the low rib points. Press firmly into the mat. And then on an exhale, you'll lower all the way down to your belly. Really nice. Coming into Salambasana one more time. Draw the arms behind you. Palms facing flat. If it's okay on the low back, draw the feet close together. And as you inhale, lift everything up off the mat. Lengthening from the crown of the head through the ends of the toes. Take a breath in, get longer. Stay for the exhale. Last time, breathe in. Exhale and lower down. Take your left ear to your mat. This time you're going to come press up to your forearms here. So you can take the feet a little wider. Just coming into Sphinx pose. So pressing into the palms and the forearms. Tuck the low ribs in so that the belly is lifted a little bit off of the mat. Draw the chest forward. Draw the shoulder to the tops of the feet. Then from here you'll bend the right leg. Then take the right hand back. Reach back for that ankle or the top of that right foot. And then just pressing a little into the pubic bone, just coming into this quadricep stretch here on the right. So if you need to deepen the stretch, push into that forearm. Breathing here. And then we'll slowly release and switch sides. Left leg lifts, left hand goes back. Reaching for the top of that foot. Feeling that quad stretch. So just take this as deep as you need to take it to feel that stretch in the front of the thigh. And breathe here. And slowly release down. Maybe shake out the feet a little bit. And then we'll take either one last locust pose, Salambasana, or if you want to take bow pose, you can bend both legs. And then we'll reach back for either the tops of the feet or the ankles. And if you can reach for the ankles, you can really flex through the feet. So we're reaching around. And then you'll begin to sort of kick into the hands as you lift up. So lifting the thighs, opening the collarbone, opening through the heart, keeping the neck nice and long. Take a big breath in here. Stay for the exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, lower everything down and release. And then we'll press back, send the hips towards the heels. Child's pose. Take a big breath in, fill up the lungs, feel the rib cage expand. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue, let it go. Downward facing dog. Really nice. So pressing firmly into the palms of those hands, the fingertips, the index finger knuckles. Again, spread the collarbone open, draw the rib cage in. Inhale, float the left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left tricep, coming on to the right toes. Pause here. Inhale, lift up, three-legged. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Inhale, lift up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to nose. Plant that left foot down. Remaining on the ball of the right foot. Inhale, crescent warrior. Take a big breath in here, open the heart. Maybe bring the palms to touch. Exhale, spin this open, warrior two. So right toes are facing forward. Left toes are facing toward your left. And again, the left knee is stacked over the left ankle. Arms are out. Maybe roll the shoulders down your back. Draw your belly in. Really pull that inner thigh open, that left thigh over the pinky toe edge of the left foot. Take a breath in and reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Keeping a nice deep bend in that front knee. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm to left thigh. Right fingertips can reach up, maybe toward the front of the room as you sink the hips lower, squeezing the glutes together, draw the lower belly in, lengthening through the side body. Coming back up through warrior two. This time begin to straighten that left leg, keeping a small bend in the left leg. Reach up and back. Reverse the triangle. And then you'll begin to take this left hip toward the back of the room, keeping a slight micro bend in that front knee. Reach the left fingertips forward, and then maybe plant the hand to the block or your shin or the floor as the right hand lifts toward the ceiling. Uttita Trikonasana. See if you can pull that left hip back and squeeze those shoulder blades together, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And then cartwheel that right hand down. Come to the ball of the back foot, the right foot, and then hop that right foot up a foot or so, coming into pyramid pose on the left. So keep a micro bend in the left knee. Both sets of toes are pointing forward. Hips are nice and square to the mat. Inhale and lengthen the spine. And then exhale and you can begin to fold forward over that leg. Keeping some energy in the back leg. So maybe lift the kneecap, squeeze the thighs. You keep your muscles engaged. It keeps stability in the body and the core. Prevents injury. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold over your leg. And then begin to take a little bit more of a bend in that left knee. We'll shift the weight into the left foot, coming into standing split. So right foot will begin to hover off the ground. Hands can come to blocks or to the floor. And then you'll drop the head. Let the knee come toward the nose as you lift the right limbs. Take a big breath in. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Fold over your legs. This time heel toe the feet apart. We'll come into gorilla pose or Hasta Padangusthasana. So take the backs of the hands to the floor so that you'll actually step on the palms of your hands, taking your toes up towards your wrists, taking a nice big bend in the knees here. Massage the wrists with the toes, draw the crown of the head toward the floor, and on an exhale, just draw the back open, the elbows pulling out to the sides of the room. Maybe inhale and lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold once more. So knees can stay bent here, or you can begin to straighten the knees if you like. And then releasing the hands, heel toe the feet back together. Really nice. Utkatasana, chair pose. So sink the hips down and back, lifting up. Again, squeezing everything that can squeeze. Draw the hands to heart center. And on your exhale, we'll take that twist over to the left-hand side. So take a big breath in. Exhale, begin to twist first, and then the right elbow makes contact with the outside of that left knee. Pressing the palms together. Lengthen on your inhale. Exhale, and you twist. Take another breath in. And exhale, release and fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, and go through your vinyasa flow. So you can lower halfway down. Take a back bend of choice. If you're coming into up dog, press firmly into the palms, draw the shoulder blades back. Thighs are lifted, and you exhale, downward facing dog. Rise up onto your toes, bend your knees, and hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold over your legs. Then inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands through heart center. And we're coming into tree pose on the right. So you'll begin to shift your weight into your left foot. And then we'll take the sole of the right foot. You can keep the toes propped onto your mat using it as sort of a kickstand, and just draw the heel and the sole of the foot to the inside of the left leg. So you can stay here, or you can begin to lift the right leg to the inside of the left shin, or you can take the right foot and plant it firmly into the left thigh. So squeeze the glutes together here, lift the kneecap of that left leg, press down through the foot, and press the sole of the right foot into that leg and use the leg to press back. Open up the hip, draw the belly in, get nice and tall, and then maybe you grow your branches. So find your drishti here. Find your focal point. Find something 6 or 8 feet in front of you that's not moving, that you can really just focus your gaze on. Focus your breathing. And use that to help you find stability. And if you fall out, you can just come back. You can always move to a wall or hold on to a chair or the side of a couch. And then from here, we'll release that down, shake it out a little bit. And then we're gonna do some prep work coming into dancer pose. So if you have a belt or a strap, you could set this up so that there's a small loop on one end. You could do this with a belt or with a yoga strap. And we'll use the strap as a prop. You can try this. We'll try this with the strap, and then you can also try it without. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. We're going to keep our weight into the left foot. So we'll begin to take the right foot flexed out behind us. So keep the knees together to start. And you'll take your right hand and begin to reach for the inside of the back foot here. So you can stay right here and work this way. Or if you like, you can, before you begin, place that loop of a strap around the right foot. Right? Taking your knee, again, knees together to start. And then you can begin to draw the ribs in and maybe begin to walk the hands down the strap, beginning to lift and press out into that back leg. So you're really pressing firmly through the left foot, kicking the right foot into the strap, and finding your balance here. Take one big breath, and then exhale. You can begin to release down, and then plant that right foot. Shake it out a little bit. We'll take a little bit of a side bend stretch. So inhale, the arms high. Grab onto the right wrist and side bend over to the left. Inhale back through center. Switch your grip over to the right. Coming back through center. And then this time we'll try to set up for dancer pose again. So again, you can grab for the inside of the back foot. You can stay here. So your thumb here would be pointing back to start. Alternatively, you can switch the grip to the outside of the foot if that feels a little bit better. And maybe you stay right here, or maybe you begin to kick back into the leg. So you try to keep the chest in a little bit of an up dog position. And then lift, maybe take the left arm out forward. And then inhale, coming back up to stand. Whew. And we'll switch out and try the other side. So coming first into tree pose, we'll switch our weight into the right foot. And again, you'll take the sole of that left foot anywhere along the right inner thigh, with the exception of the knee. Again, pressing firmly into the standing foot, but also pressing the sole of the left foot into that thigh and pressing the thigh back into the foot. Draw the low belly in. Maybe inhale and lift the arms. Really nice. Take one more big breath in. Exhale out. release. And we try a couple of times dancer on the left side. So again, I'm going to start with my strap around the left foot. And you can just open the arm up so that you have the strap in your left arm. And then beginning with the knees sort of close together to start. And then you'll begin to kick that back foot, that left foot. Kick that into your strap. Maybe reaching behind the head, grabbing the strap with the right and the left hand, and then beginning to kick the foot back as you begin to hinge forward a little bit. Woo! Find your focal point, your drishti. Maybe just notice how it feels different on this side. And lowering down. Taking a little breather. Again, inhale the arms high. Latch onto that right wrist and stretch over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back to center. And we take dancer one more time. So again, our back should be pretty warmed up, but if you're feeling not up for it, you can certainly work the pose right here. Just work on balance, work on drawing the abdominal muscles in, squeezing through that right glute, pressing into the right foot. Alternatively, you can begin to kick into the left hand. Take a breath in. Stay for the exhale. One more big breath. And then slowly come back up to stand. Release the left foot down. Really nice. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, fold over your legs. Maybe take a ragdoll. Swaying right to left. And then release the hands down. Inhale, flatten the back out. Exhale, plant the hands, high plank pose. Take a big breath in. Exhale out. Really nice. One more big breath in. Exhale, coming onto the forearms, forearm plank here. So really igniting the abdominal muscles, keeping the shoulders stacked over the elbows and really pressing the forearms away. So really pressing into, using the shoulder muscles here to really press up and out of the shoulder joint. Let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Back up, high plank pose. And downward facing dog. And we'll drop to the knees, send the hips back, coming into child's pose. Maybe take the fists around the low back. Maybe pound on the low back a bit. And then coming up, you can either stay in child's pose for 7 to 10 more breaths. Or if you'd like to take a different inversion, you could take in a different inversion. If you want to try to prep for headstand, you can come to the forearms, So planting the forearms about, shoulders distance or so. But then taking the hands and interlacing the fingers together. And then you'll make this sort of little cup shape with the hands right where you place the head. Right? So starting here, you can begin to come off of the knees and walk the feet forward. So you're really pressing firmly into the forearms. Draw the belly in. Your shoulders may shift a little bit beyond the elbows, and you can stay here, or you can begin to lift a leg, or maybe two. Then begin to slowly lower down. And then we'll come to a seated position. So coming to Baddha Konasana, we can take the soles of the feet together. Yeah, you can lift the hips up and then set them back down. So you can use the elbows to press into the thighs a little bit. Maybe close the eyes, take a breath in, getting long through the sides of the torso, stretching through the crown of the head, and then exhale. Maybe you begin to walk forward a little. Maybe not. Maybe you stay right where you are. Stretching into the inner thighs. And then walking the hands back up. Soon we're going to take a straddle. So go ahead and open the legs. So keeping some energy in the feet, flex the toes toward the ceiling. Knees are pointing up toward the ceiling. Maybe you can even dig down into the heels just a tad to help keep the muscles engaged a little bit here. Take a big breath in. And then maybe turn your chest to the right. Inhale here. And then exhale, begin to walk the chest forward over the right leg. Being mindful to keep that left sit bone grounded. You can use a strap here too, or a belt if you like, around the sole of the foot. And if you want to add the little twist here, you can take the left hand on the outside of the right foot and then spin the chest to the right, using the right hand behind the right hip for leverage. Exhale and you sink in. Come back to the breath. And then walking the hands back up to center. Big breath in, exhale, and you spin the chest to the left as you draw your chest over that left thigh. Again, if you want a deeper twist, right hand to the outside of that left foot. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take the twist. Walking the hands back up to center. This time we'll go back over to the right. This time though, we'll open the chest and the heart up toward the ceiling. So you can take the forearm of the right hand. If you have a block handy, you can place it on a block if that's more comfortable, or you can take the forearm to the inside of the right leg to help open up the chest. Maybe take your gaze up, and maybe take your left arm over your left ear. Finding a little bit of softness here. And coming back up to center. And then switching sides. It's really spinning that heart open. Draw the right fingertips over your head. Reaching for those left toes. Coming back through center. And we'll take the legs together. Shake them out a little bit. We'll come into staff pose, so plant the palms on the outsides of the hips here. Inhale, roll the shoulders down and back. Flex the feet, so maybe the heels come off the mat. Take a big breath in. Fill up, reach high. Tall spine, and you exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale, walking back up to center. And we'll take a little bit of a hip opener. So coming into double pigeon. So you'll take your left leg. And so take your shin sort of at this 90-degree, either with the short or long end of your mat, whichever way you're sitting. So flex the foot here, and you're going to stack your other shin, your right shin, on top of your left. So right ankle crosses over the top of left knee, feet are flexed, and essentially the shins are stacked on top of one another. So root the sit bones straight down, sit up nice and tall. And if you have tight hips, you might have a fair bit of space between the right knee and the right ankle, and that's okay. You can, for example, put a block underneath there, or a pillow, or a bolster, or a blanket. So for some extra support there. So take a big breath in, and on your exhale, you sink a little deeper. Maybe you begin to draw the chest forward. Keeping a little bit of dorsiflexion in the feet so as to protect the knee joints. Just see if you can find a bit of stillness here. Three more long, slow, deep breaths. Walk back up. And go ahead and unstack your shins, plant the soles of your feet down, Maybe take the knees right to left. Shake out the legs. And then we'll switch sides. So this time right leg bends down first and you're stacking the left ankle over the right knee, stacking the shins. And again, taking any variations of this that feel best for you. So maybe using a prop under the left knee or a blanket. Inhale, lengthen the spine, root the sit bones down evenly right to left. And then exhale, maybe you begin to walk forward. Maybe draw the eyes to close. Imagining the spine getting longer as you breathe in. And then you send that energy down into that left outer hip as you exhale out. Two more long, deep breaths in and out here. Noticing where you can find some softness. Maybe wiggle the jaw left to right. And then walk back up to center. Release the legs out. Plant the feet firmly on your mat. Take the hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your hips. Plant your feet hips distance. And we'll just take a reverse tabletop. So just lift the hips, pressing firmly into the feet. The hands, just noticing a nice stretch in the shoulders here. And then your exhale, lower the hips down. And then we'll make our way down onto our backs, slowly rolling down, one vertebra at a time. We'll take the legs out long. And just draw the left knee in toward the chest, give it a little hug. And then you'll take that left knee, cross that over the body. Maybe take your gaze over the left shoulder as you come into a supine twist. And coming back through center. Extend the left leg long, draw the right knee in toward the chest, squeeze it in, draw the knee up to your shoulder, release out a little bit, and then you'll take that right knee over the body. Maybe the gaze goes over the right shoulder. Twisting and lengthening. And then coming back through center, hugging both knees in toward the chest. And before we take our final resting pose, we'll take legs up the wall. So if you have a block handy and you like it, you can take the block under the sacrum and then float the legs toward the ceiling. You can also use a pillow under the hips here if you prefer. Alternatively, you actually need none of those things. You could go to the wall and place your heels and your tush up toward the wall as well. Or just let the feet float. So just releasing any muscle contraction in the body. Just allowing the body to slow down. Feeling a sense of calm. And you'll slowly begin to lower the feet back down to your mat. Removing any props from the sacrum if you're using them. And then we'll just take our final resting pose, Shavasana. So this is your moment in class, in your practice, to just surrender entirely into your mat. Take up as much space as you like. Maybe take the feet wide. Let the feet flop open. Let the palms of your hands face up toward the ceiling. Release control of any breath techniques, any muscle engagement. And just be. So you're welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like. If you're ready to close out your practice, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe shift the head from right to left. Stretch the arms above your head. Take a big full body stretch. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then just begin to make your way over to your right or left side using your bicep as a pillow. Just pausing here for a moment to seal in all the goodness of your practice. And you'll slowly press yourself up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. You can keep the eyes closed or take a soft gaze down at the floor. Draw our hands to heart center. I thank each and every one of you for joining me for your practice today on your mat. With gratitude for each other, with gratitude for our practice. We bring our thumb knuckles to our third eye, and together we bow and say, Namaste. Really nice job. Thanks, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful practice, and I look forward to seeing you again on your mat soon.